Alrighty, guys, welcome to the live. I'll wait for some people to join before I start talking, but basically this is the outfit of the day. I'll do an OOTD again once people join. I have a presentation in class today where I actually have to speak in front of the class, and anytime I have a presentation, I like to dress a little more business casual to perfect. This is business casual. This is not business professional in any shape or form, but I feel like I look good. At least, like, if I mess up during my presentation, they can say, at least people will say, hey, at least her outfit was pretty cool. So I'm wearing my favorite color today. Hopefully that'll make me a little less nervous. I have these pants from Burlington. My mom bought these shoes were $20 from Macy's. Shirt from Aeropostale, got it a while ago. So let's wait for some people to join, and then I'll give you like a rundown of my outfit. We will be practicing like my presentation again today. Today is the day where I have to present in class. So we'll see how that goes, guys. But hey, Doormob man, hey, country kid, welcome. So glad you guys could tune in. Let's wait for some more people to join the live, and then I'll give you like a quick overview of my outfit and then jump into my presentation to practice, because today is the day, guys, where I have to go in front of my class and present on a presentation. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live. How are you all doing today? So glad you guys can tune in. Feel free to drop a comment. Tell me how you're doing today, if you did anything exciting. So we got some people on. So I'm going to show you really quickly what I'm wearing. I'm wearing this pink outfit. Today is the day where I have to go in class and present on my presentation. I'm nervous just because it's like public speaking, but I'm not 100% because I know my content's good, because my professor graded my essay and he gave me like a 90 on that. Yeah, he gave me like a 90, 91 on that paper, so I got an A. So I know my content is good. It's just the idea of like having to present in front of a class. So the outfit today is business casual. Anytime I have to do public speaking in front of a class, I try to dress business casual just because it's somewhat as a professional thing. And if I mess up in my presentation, the professor in the back of their head will hopefully say, at least she put effort into her outfit today. So I have these pink shoes that I will be wearing outside today. It has like a little heel to it. $20 from Macy's. My mom bought me these pink pants from Burlington. This shirt is from Aeropostale. And then I'm not going outside until like, I have a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours before I have to go outside. So my hair will stay wrapped up. And let us start with the practicing again, with the presentation, juveniles and the criminal justice system. If you are a returner, you've heard this presentation before. Let me time myself. The reason why I like to practice as well is just because, like, one, it helped me build my verbal notes on what I want to say, and two, it makes sure that like I'm within the time zone. The more you practice, the quicker you get at it, so you'll be within that time subconsciously. Good afternoon, everyone. This is my presentation on juveniles and the criminal justice system. As an overview, we'll start with the introduction, go into the literature review, focusing on the causes of youth incarceration, enter the method section, and end with the conclusions. In the United States, African Americans are 6 to 7 times more likely to be and remain incarcerated. Oh, you see, guys? Like, I didn't mess up. I just said the synonyms in prison, so this is why you practice. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is my presentation on juveniles and the criminal justice system. As an overview, we'll start with the introduction, enter the literature review, focus on the causes of youth incarceration, go into the method section, and we will end with conclusions. In the United States, African Americans are 6 to 7 times more likely to be and remain in prison than white individuals. African Americans are also likely to receive harsher punishments than approximately 13% of individuals in society. Therefore, the purpose of my literature review research paper is to analyze what factors contribute to juveniles engaging in criminal activities, and how does the criminal justice system view and treat African American youth. Causes of juvenile delinquency includes peer influence, negative role models, education, and a lack of resources. Roken and other researchers found that peer pressure and the desire to fit in, even when juveniles know that their behavior are wrong or bad, are reasons why juveniles engage in crime. It was found that peers influence each other's behavior when they have strong friendships and are deeply connected because they have low levels of self-control around each other. So imagine this scenario. There's friend number 1 and friend number 2. Both friends are at Walmart. Friend number 1 tells friend number 2 to steal this candy bar. Initially, friend number 2 is like, no, that is a crime. I'm not going to do that. But if these friends are deeply connected, spend a lot of time around each other, and if friend number 1 continues to pressure friend number 2, eventually friend number 2 will engage in criminal activity and could potentially steal that candy bar. Canary and Levine analyzed low-income children and discovered that positive role models positively impact children and are strong deterrence factors against a life of crime. Stevenson found that when children from low-income communities misbehave in schools, they are often sent home and labeled as problem children, and the root of their misbehavior is not analyzed. If these children have working parents, this is even worse because essentially there is no one to speak to the children and ask them, why did you behave the way that you did? Or there's no one in the home to teach them the error of their ways. Therefore, these children move forward thinking that their behavior is normal and okay. Furthermore, a lack of adult supervision also causes juveniles to spend an increased time on social media. Since 1981, the time spent on social media has risen by about 62% for people between 12 and 17 years old and 40% for children younger than 12 years old. This means that if these youths are mostly around non-pro-social or positive individuals, and if they're spending increased time on social media, whether playing violent video games or watching violent movies, these adolescents whose brains are still developing are gaining the perception that misbehavior and possibly criminal activities are normal and cool, which could potentially result in crime later in life. It should be noted that increased time spent on social media also causes youths to become isolated and for them to develop antisocial behavioral traits, which are common characteristics in individuals who engage in criminal activities. Low educational attainment was also found to be a strong indicator of criminal activity among children and teenagers. Educational success and attainment are strong positive social control factors away from criminal activity for youth. Further analysis showed that if a high school dropout's parent had a high education compared to another parent who did not have a high education, the child with the parent who did have a high education would be more likely to engage in crime. And this occurred because parents with a high education could financially support their children or help them obtain a job regardless of their child's educational background, showing the importance of somebody achieving or having a high degree in society and of having that like positive role model around them. Other reasons why minority youths commit crimes is because they have a lack of resources, inability to gain a job, to increase their income, obtain housing, and so much more. Tony found that the American justice system operates to keep African Americans down through a form of American apartheid, which is a widely praised account of the housing discrimination. And this American apartheid merges into other aspects of life and makes it difficult for low-income minorities to obtain resources necessary for living. And when these minority individuals goes into government offices to ask for help or complain to administrative staff, nothing happens, or there is an extremely long wait period, and out of desperation to help their families, these juveniles may engage in crimes such as burglary or other heinous crimes, serious crimes to obtain money. The method section used to analyze data was one of exploratory research, where data was analyzed by conducting a content analysis of multiple academic journal articles and government websites. The sample consisted of data from the United States. It specifically came from the National Longitudinal Study of Adolescent to Adult Health, the U.S. Department of Justice, and the Prison Policy Initiative, just to name a few. It should be noted, all data that was analyzed focused on African Americans and white individuals in America. What does all this research show? All this research shows that juveniles from minority backgrounds need to be supported in society. So when youths from low-income communities are released from correctional facilities or arrested for the first time for minor offenses, instead of imprisoning them, the government should provide them with resources such as money to obtain groceries, housing, a job, maybe at least for the first 6 months, to help them reintegrate into society. In 2001, the Regent's Park Community Health Center in Canada created a pathway program for youths from low-income communities. And this program improved students' outcome because the participants did not commit crimes, and there was an increase in college completion rates among the participants. This pathway program essentially allowed these juveniles who are now adults to have the skills necessary to obtain careers in society and move out of their negative neighborhoods, limiting most of the factors that would have caused them to engage in criminal activities. This shows that as a society, we need to implement more programs like this that will help students with their education, allow them to be around positive role models, teach them the skills necessary to obtain a job, all in an effort to encourage them to attend higher education so they can potentially get that career in society. Thank you so much, and that's my presentation, guys. 8 minutes. We're not, what'd you say? Take a breath after each sentence to some, wait, what? Take a breath after each sentence to some of just take a breath time. Yeah, I have to go through it. I'm going to go through it like 2 more times again before my class. Wait, let me see something. Looks really good. So I'm going to go through it again. I have to charge my iPod, though, because I need to bring this outside to class. That is my verbal speaking points. Like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. Only thing that I don't like with how the grading seems to go, it seems like I'm not going to go first. I'm number 4 in the list. I wanted to go first, but that didn't work. Yeah, I gotta go through it again, guys. Don't rush. Do it again. Do it again. Welcome, 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 everybody. Let me get water before I go again. There's something to drink. Okay, guys, we're gonna go again. That presentation was 8 minutes and 2 seconds. It's good to not go first. You can see the errors. But then again, they could do better than me. That's the thing. I always like to go first because like obviously like there wasn't any specific guidelines on the presentation, so I had to include like as much information as I could, but I couldn't really include that much because I didn't want to go over the 10 minutes. So it's very, and then my topic is just, I don't say it's a repetitive topic, but it's like the research is so close together. But like I said, he gave me an A on the paper, so he thinks the content is good. Now it's just like, let me get through the presentation and that's finished. Okay, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Wait, is my timer set? Nope. Stopwatch, start. Good afternoon, everyone. This is my presentation on juveniles and the criminal justice system. We'll start with the introduction, jump into the literature review, specifically focusing on the causes of youth incarceration, enter the method section, and we will end with the conclusions. In the United States, African Americans are 6 to 7 times more likely to be and remain in prison than white individuals. African Americans are also likely to receive harsher punishments than approximately 13% of individuals in society. Therefore, the purpose of my literature review is to analyze what factors contribute to juveniles engaging in criminal activities, and to answer, how does the criminal justice system view and treat African American youths? Causes of juvenile delinquency includes peer pressure, negative role models, education, and a lack of resources. Roken and other researchers found that peer pressure and a desire to fit in, even when these juveniles know that their behavior is wrong, are reasons why they may engage in crime. It was also found that peer influence each other. I gotta start over. It was going good. I just didn't like when my grammar gets stuck. I probably should have continued reading because that could happen in the presentation and I can't start over, but I'm practicing, so it's too bad. Okay, let's start over. Good afternoon, everyone. This is my presentation on juveniles and the criminal justice system. We'll start with the introduction, enter the literature review, specifically focusing on the causes of youth incarceration, jump into the method section, and we will end with a conclusion. In the United States, African Americans are 6 to 7 times more likely to be and remain in prison than white individuals. African Americans are also likely to receive harsher punishments than approximately 13% of individuals in society. Therefore, the purpose of my literature review is to analyze what factors contribute to juveniles engaging in criminal activities, and how does the criminal justice system view and treat African American youths? Some causes of juvenile delinquency includes peer influence, negative role models, education, and a lack of resources. Roken and other researchers found that peer pressure and a desire to fit in, even when juveniles know that their behavior is wrong, are reasons why they may engage in criminal activities. It was also found that peers influence each other's behavior when they have strong friendships and are deeply connected because they have low levels of self-control around each other. So imagine this. Friend 1 and friend 2 are walking around Walmart. Friend 1 tells friend 2, steal this candy bar. That'll be really cool. That'll be so awesome. Initially, friend 2's like, no, that's a crime. I don't want to steal a candy bar. But if these friends are deeply connected to each other, they hang out a lot, and if friend 1 continuously tells friend 2, take the candy bar, take the candy bar, take the candy bar, friend 2 may actually commit that crime just because of peer pressure and because they don't want to disappoint their friend who they're close to. Canary and Levine analyzed low-income children and discovered that positive role models positively impact children and are strong deterrence factors against a life of crime. Stevenson further found that when children from low-income communities misbehave in schools, they are often sent home or labeled as problem children, and the root of their misbehavior is not analyzed. And the parents aren't there to teach them the error of their ways. And this mostly happens when they have working parents. Therefore, these children move forward thinking that their behavior is normal and okay. Furthermore, adult supervision, a lack of adult supervision, also causes children to spend more time on social media. Since 1981, the time spent on social media has risen by about 62% for people between 12 and 17 years old and 40% for children younger than 12. This means that if youths are mostly around non-pro-social or positive individuals, and they're spending more time on social media, either playing violent video games or watching violent television shows or movies, these adolescents whose brains are still developing are gaining the perception that misbehavior, violence, and possibly criminal activities are normal, okay, and cool, possibly which could result in crime later in life. Increased time spent on social media also causes individuals to develop antisocial behavioral traits and gets used to isolation, which are common characteristics of individuals who engage in criminal activities. Low educational attainment was also found to be a strong indicator of crime among children and teenagers. Educational success and attainment are strong positive social control factors away from criminal activity for youths. So this means that if a high school dropout's parent had a high education compared to another parent who did not have a high education, the child with a parent who did not have a high education would be more likely to engage in crime. And this occurred because the parent with a high education could support their children financially or could help their child obtain a job regardless of their child's educational background, showing the importance of having that positive role model around adolescents and the importance of high education in society, specifically as a deterrence factor. Other reasons why minority youths commit crimes is because they have a lack of resources and an inability to obtain a job, to increase their income, housing, and so much more. Specifically, Tony found that the American justice system operates to keep African Americans down through a form of American apartheid. That is a widely praised account of housing discrimination. And this American apartheid merges into other aspects of life and makes it difficult for low-income minorities to obtain resources necessary for living. And when these minorities go to government offices to ask for help or to complain, there's either a long wait period or nothing happens. Therefore, through desperation to support their families and to help their families out, these juveniles may engage in crime, whether that be a misdemeanor or a felony. The method section used for this research paper was an exploratory research method where data was analyzed by conducting a content analysis of multiple academic journal articles and government websites. The sample consisted of juvenile data from the United States, the National Longitudinal Study of Adolescent to Adult Health, the U.S. Department of Justice, and the Prison Policy Initiative, just to name a few. Should be noted the sample mostly consisted of African American and white individuals. What does this show us about our research? The findings that emerge is that juveniles, specifically from minority communities, need support in society. So when youths from low-income communities are released from correctional facilities or arrested for the first time for minor offenses, the government should provide them with resources such as money to obtain a job, housing, We'll cut that part out. What did I say? That was just so bad. All right. I was good up until the last part. My sentences got tangled together. We'll take a little break and then I'm going to go back and do it. It was good up until that point. In the conclusion, I got tongue-tied or whatever. I feel like I was speaking slower until the conclusion part. So, guys, what are you talking about? Welcome, Maturus. Welcome, Country Kid. Welcome, Stu Lever Kitchen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uniquely me here for all the people tuning in who hasn't subscribed. I'm a graduate student studying public administration and criminal justice. And what I was just practicing later on this evening in class, I have a presentation to present. So, like, I think I've gotten better at public speaking, but I don't like doing it. And there's like a time constraint. The professor wants it to be between 10 to 11 minutes. So, he wants it not to exceed 10 to 11 minutes, correction. So right now I'm like a little under 8 minutes, 9 minutes, which is good. So I just like to practice because I do have verbal notes. I realize the key with presentations is I can read from the slide, but I also have to add something extra to say. So that's what I was doing. It wasn't 11 minutes. I had a stopwatch, on. It was like, it can't exceed 11 minutes. So it can't go over 11 minutes for the presentation, guys. Let me go back to it. Let me go back to his. He sent the rubric. Let me make sure I'm speaking correct information. I'm gonna practice one more time. Well, I'm gonna practice one more time online, and then I'll take a break. And then later on, before I go out, I'll call my mom and I'll practice again with her, and then we'll go out. And didn't he email me yesterday? When you find an email, guys, it's like I'm trying to. Okay, I know he emailed me. Where is his email? Are you kidding me? Okay. It's like, where's the email? Yeah. It can't be, I'm not going to show you. It can't be no more than 10 to 11 minutes. So being that like I'm around 8 to 9 minutes, that's perfect. Stu Lover Kitchen said, have confidence in your presentation. The information is in front of you. You already received an A on the paper. So when you try to speak too quickly, it's a sign of nervous system. The reason I'm trying to speak fast too is so I don't go over 10 minutes, because he doesn't want it to be longer than 10 to 11 minutes. But I'm gonna practice again. I think I'm gonna eat my lunch. Let's see what I have. I'm gonna eat lunch, guys, and then I'm gonna go back on. I'm gonna eat lunch, stay on live, and then I'll practice one more time on live with you guys, and then I'll hang up. Well, end the live, hang up. I'm not on a phone call. I'll end the live, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll call my mom before class and practice with her one more time. So today's lunch will consist of, what do I have? Right? Oh, wait. That's what I want. Wait. So this is chow mein. Eat out the chicken before it spoils, because I don't want it. I'm not freezing it, so I'm gonna eat one chicken with it. Okay. Even though the pasta has chicken in it, but like I said, I don't want the chicken to spoil. Put it on for 2 minutes. As you may have noticed, I am wearing somewhat business casual today. Anytime I have a presentation, at least for class, which is literally, this is my 3rd presentation that I did for a class. I like to dress a little more professional than I usually do for class, just because I'm like, hopefully the professor thinks I put in some effort to my outfit. And more lenient. I mean, I'm not leniency. I don't need that. But like, compared to everyone else, I know I'm going to be the only one who put effort into the outfit today. So hopefully that gets me a positive or something. Let's see. And I think it just helps. At least in my head, it's like if I mess up on my content, like with speaking too, at least they will remember that my outfit was pretty good for my presentation day. So, Maturis, please tell me you are here. If you aren't, I will cry. Welcome, Bobby Jackson. Glad you could tune into the live. How are you doing today? Right, welcome to all the silent viewers. Unique Linnea here. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, graduate student studying public administration and criminal justice. I try to go live daily to every other day. I make graduate student content, fashion videos, technology videos, food reviews. I try to do a lot, guys, because people like a lot of different things. And we are on that journey to 2,000 subscribers. So if you want to join the Unique Linnea community, please consider hitting that subscribe button, guys. Glad you're doing good, Bobby. Okay, guys, I have to dry my hands. Glad everyone is doing well. How was your day today, guys? Did you do anything interesting? Was it productive? Wait, my food is finished. That was 2 minutes already. That was honestly so fast, guys. Okay, I know it's hot. Food is normally hot for me at 2 minutes. Okay. We will eat this, and then once I'm done, I'll go back and practice again. I had a black tripod, guys. I don't know where I put it. They probably see this video in a suit. Hey, at least if they see the video on coming in a 3-piece suit, I still won't feel a certain way just because, like, I'm wearing my favorite color and I'll know I inspired them to do it. So, yeah. Okay, guys. Can you see the food? You can't see the food. Oh. So this is the food. My mom, I call it chow mein, but it's literally, it's spaghetti noodles. This thing is hurting my eyes, man. It is spaghetti noodles with mixed vegetable, frozen mixed vegetable. And then my mom made barbecue chicken. So, I know we don't eat chicken and chicken, but I didn't freeze my chicken this time because anytime I freeze my chicken and defrost it, I don't like it. So, I have to eat it all out before it spoils. Bobby Jackson said, work this morning till about 12 to 45. Other than that, just relaxing or gonna do some cleaning. Okay, so you did have a productive day today. Woke up at, what time did I wake up this morning? I think I woke up at 6:40, but I didn't get up from my bed like at 6:45. I literally, there's an exam coming up. So like, I think it's open note, but I like to know how to solve problems before exams like that. So I just spent like all morning doing study guides. First I confused myself, so I had to take a break, and then I unconfused myself after the break. So later on this evening, either later on this evening or tomorrow, I will focus on studying for the exam again, doing more practice problems. What did I do? I worked on a paper for this paper that I'm presenting. Like, he graded my literature review, but I just have to write the abstract and conclusion, so I have to submit that next week. For my public organizations theory class, it's a discussion post. I'm the only one who submitted the discussion post so far this week, so I'll have to wait for people to respond. They're getting slower submitting work, but semester is picking up for everybody, guys. What did the country kids say? Maturis, can I tell you something? Chicken. This thing has no meat on it. I could taste it. Ew. What type of piece of chicken is this, guys? My mom cooked it, so I guess it's still good, but I don't know. That was like the bone piece of it. I have to go pick up a mail package, but I think I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, on Friday. I don't really like going outside because my classes are just so late in the evening. So I have to walk to the student center, walk back here. For what? If you guys want to know how to replicate this meal, check out my previous YouTube live videos. My mom went live when she was cooking this, guys, so you don't have to be jealous over the phone. You guys can make it, and then once you make it, come back to the video and tell me if you guys liked it or not. Welcome, Mills. You woke up at 5:35 a.m. Not too bad. I will admit, if I'm really like stressed for an exam, I wake up like at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. sometimes. But Mills, is that like an everyday occurrence for you? Waking up at 5:35? Or was that just spontaneous? Country Kid said, you are the friend I've never had until the moment we met. To Maturis, they're forming friendship bonds. Not in a romantic way. Maturis said, oh, really? I appreciate that. Yeah, we have to, like, appreciate each other on Uniquely Mia's channel, guys. Everyone is welcome. I should say thank you for being a great fan. Well, thank you to all my subscribers for being such great supporters. Because you guys are literally my supporters. You decided to stick around. For some reason, I'm really happy you decided to stick around, guys. It is just so awesome. We have like 1,070 people last time I checked. If you are an OG, you guys know I never thought about getting past 100 people. That was my goal. And once I passed 100, that was crazy to me. So having 4 digits of people, like 4 numbers of people to total to 1,000 and something subscribers, like 1,078 last time I checked. Hopefully that number went up. I really appreciate you guys. So thank you all for being great supporters / friends, guys. You guys are so awesome. Okay, what do you guys say? Bobby said it is for me. I'm used to being up early. Okay. Nice. Matura said on vacation I was up at 1 a.m. and I couldn't. No, that happened to my mom and I. When we went to Guyana, the first night, we woke up like at 12 a.m. And I turned, because like, I was like, is it time to get up now? And she's like, no, it's 12 a.m. Go to sleep. I'm like, I can't sleep. So it's just the vacation that gets to you. And then like for after that, I always woke up at 5. Most of the time she woke me up when I don't want to wake up at 5, but like after I got over the grogginess, it was okay. Because when you're on vacation, guys, you gotta make sure you use your whole entire day. So you wake up early, because like most of the time on vacation, you're not really night people unless you go on a cruise, because it's safe to be outside in the nighttime. But in a country, you gotta wake up early, do stuff early, so you get back in your house early. Country Kid said, Miss Hurst, the reason I'm depressed, I was broken up with and my parents split. Maturis responded, said, just grind you day. Wait, what? Day by going up at 5 a.m. Wait, what? Not really. Okay, I'm gonna break this piece. Alrighty, ready, chicken. If you guys are vegans, don't look at it. I'll be vegan for a week one day. I want, because your meals honestly look good as vegans, but I don't think I could be a full-fledged vegan. Oh, okay. Thanks for the clarification. Somebody liked my video. Did I accidentally post a video I wasn't supposed to post? I'm getting a whole bunch of TikTok notifications that people are liking my videos, and I don't remember posting them on TikTok. Wait, what? By the way, guys, follow me on TikTok, please, at Uniquely Mia. You'll know it's me because my face is plastered on the, like, all the videos. We hit 1,000 on YouTube, but we haven't hit 1,000 on TikTok, guys. And with your help, I know if you guys go over and subscribe, I will be able to hit 1,000 on TikTok very soon. Country's Kid said, give me a second to think about things. Bobby said, some of these comments aren't making sense. You have to go with the flow, Bobby. Most of the time. But I think Country Kid and Maturis are mostly having that conversation between themselves. So, like, we're all just having, like, side conversations on the live, to be honest. Maturis said, I'm a vegetarian. But what's IDM? I don't know that phrase. What does IDM mean, Maturis? Maturis is that anime girl as your profile fit. Is that an anime girl? Oh, you don't mind? Okay. Well, I'm so happy I'm not, like, discouraging you away from the video by eating meat. Honestly, I can eat as vegetarian because I did do it before. Like, Only reason why I eat so much meat is just because I'm at school and that's what's accessible at me. But sometimes when I'm home, my mom would just cook like, I can't say vegetarian, she would cook like pescatarian food and I could eat that fine. So, to be honest, sometimes I actually prefer seafood to chicken. So, I just eat it because I'm telling you guys, I cannot be a pescatarian or vegetarian at my school. I would literally have nothing to eat. I would have to cook every single meal. Yes, I'm from Literature Club. Seafood is yummy, yeah. My favorite seafood is shrimp. I feel like I could eat shrimp. Like, I could just continuously eat shrimp and I would be fine. Okay. We're done. Maybe I'll eat before class because I don't know. I do know one thing I have to walk with is water because I do not want to be parched. That's the worst thing ever, guys. You're presenting a presentation and your throat goes dry. Can we tell our age here, Mia? I mean, I wouldn't say your exact age. For the new people, safety guidelines on YouTube, at least my, as Uniquely Mia, safety guidelines, something that we do not disclose is, what is it, the county we're living in? In other countries, it may be like the province or... I think county is pretty generalizable. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you could disclose the country in, but not like the neighborhood, the county. We do not disclose government names, guys, on live. At least Uniquely Mia Live. Let's not disclose our government full legal name. Phone numbers, big no-no. We do not want to disclose our phone numbers. What else we don't want to disclose? We got addresses. Age. Age is really up to your discretion. If you want to give like an age range by saying I'm between, 14 and 20 years old. You could do that, but like, yeah. Like, I can say I'm between... How do I look to you? 16 and 26 years old. Between my age range. And you guys can guess any number between there and figure out my age. I mean, I'm a graduate student, so, like... I wasn't that genius to be, like, a 16-year-old graduate student, but, like... Stuff like that. 18, an adult or a kid. I'm an adult and you like anime. What's wrong with an adult liking anime? Yeah, I'm with Maturus on that because, guys, the only reason why I wear like basic t-shirts now on my live is because anytime I wear like my anime t-shirts or my t-shirts that have cartoon characters on it, YouTube thinks I'm under the age of 13 and they give me a false community guideline strike. So, yeah, what is wrong? There's nothing wrong with an adult wearing anime. And I recently found this new YouTuber. I do not know her name. Guys, I'm so bad with YouTubers' names. But you guys might find her. I don't know if she's now going viral or I just found her. But her aesthetic is just so cool. Like, you see my rings? I have stacks, but I want rings on every finger. She has rings on every finger. She buys designer bags, so, like, obviously that's cool. But her outfit, the way she dresses is just so cool. I saw all her outfits, I want them. She wears, like, those bold prints. She's from Australia, but she wears, like, those bold prints. When she has, like, her designer bag, she puts, like, little teddy bears on it. She has, like, a Pandora bracelet. Now, I want a Pandora charm bracelet. She just stacks it up with charms. She has, like, 5 of them on one hand. Now, I'm going to get a Pandora bracelet because of that. So, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Country Kid said some anime, so I heard. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm confused. Country Kid. I need clarification, but Welcome to everybody now tuning in on live. I'm so glad you're here. Unique Lamia here. If you are a silent viewer who subscribed to the channel, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for tuning into this live. Please, guys, I still need your help. For some reason, YouTube, I don't want to say they're messing up my community. Watch hours are trying to sabotage me, but you guys know my mom was here like 4 days ago. We went live, and in total, we got maybe like over 6,000 viewers on our live. But for some reason, YouTube updated it, my community watch hours, and they're telling me I only have 3,100 now. How does that make sense? I should be surpassed 400. So that means I still need your help, guys. Please go and watch some of my full-length YouTube videos from the beginning to the end, guys. Let it play through. If you're a busy person, maybe before you go to sleep in the nighttime, just click on Unique Lamia's playlist, turn your volume down, and just let the video play all throughout the night so I could get those watch hours up, guys. I really need your help. We have until December, and if that doesn't happen by December, it's gonna restart. And it's so hard to get through 4,000. I can't imagine starting from 0 to 4,000 viewers. So I need your help, guys. Yeah, your videos help me fall asleep. So exactly. So like, guys, if you need some ASMR videos, go to Unique Lamia and just listen to my voice. Let me tell you what I'm doing, like while I walk around on the street, and hopefully that could help fall asleep. I will say, for some reason, if you watch some of my New York videos, the audio became distorted. I have no idea what happened, because when I uploaded the video, the audio was fine. But now when you watch those videos, the audio sounds kind of weird. So that means you can still watch those New York videos, but like watch the Guyana videos. Those are long, they'll help you fall asleep, and that'll greatly help me get those watch hours. Yep, Maturis remembered. We're sending stars to the viewers who hasn't hit that subscribe button, and we're sending hearts to the viewers who has subscribed, guys. If you want to turn that heart into if you want to turn that star into a heart, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, guys, we gotta wash this, because let me wash this and then we'll practice. I'm gonna practice one more time online with my presentation. I need your help, guys. Share it to your family. Tell them to watch my videos. You can make it into like a movie marathon with my videos. I like Sailor Moon. I love her. You're coming back, Country Kid. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this live. What time is it? 2? I still got a few hours before my class starts. More than a few hours, man. Graduate students, that's the one thing I despise. I despise more than one thing, but like the main thing is my late classes. Because why do we have classes so late, man? I want to be sleeping in my room, not in a class. Okay, let's go back into it, guys. Let me open my computer. And my computer needs to charge as well. Oh, you gotta go? All right, thank you so much for tuning into this live, Country Kid. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, it's great having you on. I hope to see you in my next YouTube live video or in the comment section of one of my full-length YouTube videos. And please, 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 Country Kid and everyone else, go and watch some of Uniquely Mia's full-length YouTube videos from the start to the end, please, to build those community watch hours up, guys. I need your help. Okay. Stopwatch. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is my presentation on juveniles and the criminal justice system. As an overview, we'll start with the introduction, enter the literature review, focusing on the causes of youth incarceration, jump into the method section, and we will end with conclusion. In the United States, African Americans are 6 to 7 times more likely to be and remain in prison than white individuals. African Americans are also likely to receive harsher punishments than approximately 13% of individuals in society. Therefore, the purpose of my literature review is to analyze what factors contribute to juveniles engaging in criminal activities, and how does the criminal justice system view and treat African American youths. Causes of juvenile delinquency include peer influence, negative role models, education, and a lack of resources. Roken and other researchers found that peer pressure and a desire to fit in, even when juveniles know that their behavior is bad, are reasons why they engage in criminal activities. Further research showed that peers influence each other's behavior when they have strong friendships and are deeply connected because they have low levels of self-control around each other. Imagine this scenario. We have 2 friends walking around Walmart. Friend 1 tells friend 2, steal this candy bar, that'd be so awesome. Initially, friend 2 is like, no way, that is a crime, I do not want to get in trouble. But if these friends are deeply connected and friend 1 continuously tells friend 2, steal this candy bar, I won't be your friend, it'll make you really cool, friend 2 may cave and eventually steal that candy bar because they don't want to be the odd man out or the person left out in the group and disappoint their friend. Canary and Levine analyzed low-income children and discovered that positive role models positively impact children and are a strong deterrence factor against a life of crime. Stevenson found that when children from low-income communities misbehave in schools, they are often sent home or labeled as problem children, and the root of their misbehavior is not analyzed. If these children have working parents, this is even worse because essentially there is no one there to speak to the children and ask them, why did you behave the way you did? Or teach them the error in their ways. Therefore, these children move forward thinking that their behavior is normal and okay. Additionally, a lack of adult supervision causes children to spend more time on social media. Since 1981, the time spent on social media has risen by about 62% for people between 12 and 17 years old, and 40% for children younger than 12. This means that if youths are mostly around non-pro-social or positive individuals, and if they spend more time on social media playing violent video games or watching violent movies or TV shows, these adolescents whose brains are still developing are gaining the perception that misbehavior, violence, and possibly criminal activity behavior is normal, cool, and okay, which could result in crime for them later in life. It should be noted that increased time spent on social media also causes youths to become isolated and develop antisocial behavioral traits, which are common characteristics among individuals who engage in criminal activities. Low educational attainment was also found to be a strong indicator of criminal activity among children and teenagers. So research showed that educational success and attainment are strong positive social control factors away from criminal activities for youths. And if a high school dropout's parent had a high education compared to another parent who did not have a high education, the child with a parent who did have a high education would be more likely to engage in crime. This occurred because a parent with a high education could financially support their children or help them obtain a job, regardless of their child's education level, showing the importance of children being around positive role models and of them achieving high education in life. Other reasons why minority youths commit crimes is because they have a lack of resources and they commit these crimes to survive. They have an inability to obtain a job, obtain housing, increase their income, and so much more. Specifically, Tony found that in the American justice system operates to keep African Americans down through a form of American apartheid that is a widely praised account of housing discrimination. And this American apartheid merges into other aspects of life and makes it difficult for low-income minorities to obtain other resources necessary for living. And when these minorities go to government offices and complain to administrative staff or ask administrative staff for help, nothing happens, or there's a long wait period, and therefore, because of desperation and need to help their families, these minorities may engage in misdemeanors or potentially felonies. The research method used for this literature review was an exploratory research method where data was analyzed by conducting a content analysis of multiple academic journal articles and government websites. The sample consisted of juvenile data from the United States, the National Longitudinal Study of Adolescent to Adult Health, the U.S. Department of Justice, and the Prison Policy Initiative, just to name a few. Should be noted that all the data analyzed specifically focused on African Americans and white individuals. What does this show us? This shows us that as a society, we need to support our youth minorities better. When youths from low-income communities are released from correctional facilities or arrested for first offenses for minor crimes, also known as misdemeanors, the government should provide them with resources such as money to obtain groceries, housing, a job, at least for the first 6 months, to help them reintegrate into society. In 2021, the Regent Park Community Health Center in Canada created a pathway program for youths from low-income communities. This program improves students' outcome because participants did not commit crimes and increased college completion rates among participants who were present. This pathway program essentially allowed these juveniles, who are now adults, to have the skills necessary to obtain careers in society and move out of their negative neighborhoods, limiting most of the factors that would have caused them to engage in criminal activities. This shows that as a society, we need to implement more programs like this that will help students with their education, allow them to be around positive role models, and teach them skills necessary to obtain jobs in society, all in an effort to increase their likelihood of attending higher education. Thank you so much, and that is my presentation, guys. That was 8 minutes. I feel like that was the best take that I did. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section, guys. So that is all the practice I'm going to do now. In about 2 hours before I go out for class, I'm going to call my mom, and I'll run through it one more time with her. And we'll go outside, guys, and go into the class and present on the presentation. But how'd you guys like that presentation? That was like my last take out of 4. I feel like that was the best one. So hopefully I can do something like that in person with my class. That's why I'm going to take a break, because I have to let it marinate and forget some of this to see if it's like becomes muscle memory now for me to present like that. But for the new people now tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. Uniquely Mia here. I'm so glad you guys could tune into this live. How are you all doing today? I'm a graduate student studying public administration and criminal justice, guys. So I was just reviewing for my criminal justice presentation. Normally we have these presentations at the end of the semester, but we're doing it early. So like, I know myself. I'm not enough. Well, I don't want to like stigmatize myself, but if I have an option between working with numbers and working with words, I choose to work with words. So we have a qualitative presentation and a quantitative presentation. Qualitative with an L is generally just like words. Quantitative with an N is numerical presentation. I made sure I emailed my professor. I was like, can I please present on the qualitative presentation, guys? Because I just knew myself. If I had to do, and who knows, you know, it's funny, the quantitative presentation might wind up to be easier than the qualitative, but you know what? Choose your battles. And I like words. So I'm going to choose words for me on what I'm going to stress over. But I'm still going to have to like write a qualitative paper, I believe. And I say I believe just because that assignment is locked and it's not going to open until next week probably. Well, guys, we got 2 hours, 3 o'clock. My God, it's like a whole day, man. I could go to work and I could come back and my class would be ready for me to attend. I would still have time to do all that. That's how many hours I have left before my class starts. So I think I'm going to take like an hour break and then I'm going to do some more practice problems. Honestly, my practice problems for the exam, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm hoping I'm not becoming victim to what is it, test, retest, reliability, where you take the same exam over what, so you're getting questions right, but so you think you're improving, but you're really not. But for me, there's just like a specific portion that I just want to make sure I have down packed, because that part is the most confusing part. I'm telling you, I was practicing this morning. I confused myself. I was like, oh, I found an easier way. Nope, I confused myself again. And then I took a break and I figured it out. So I'm going to go back to it and see if I can figure it out after an hour. So at like 3:58, I'll do that. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning into this live. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, I enjoy going live for you guys. It was great. Thank you, Ms. Harris. Glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for the feedback. So I'm going to tune in maybe before I go to class when I'm walking there, or maybe after. I might tune in after just because I want to save my voice when I'm walking to class this time, since I do have to do more talking than usual in class. So I'll tune in probably after class. So stay on the live for that. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And I will be back with more YouTube videos soon. Please consider hitting, feel like your hand in your pocket. I'll see if I can have it in my pocket. The only thing is, normally when I practice, I walk around the room. But for this part, I don't know if like the professor is going to be changing the slide for me, or if I'm changing my own slide. So that's why. I don't know, but we'll see. So I'll keep my hand in my pocket regardless of my position in the room. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this live. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, I enjoy going live for you guys, so definitely, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you aren't a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing, guys. I really appreciate your support. Please go and watch some of my full-length YouTube videos, guys. I need to get my community watch hours up. I love going live for you guys, but I want to get paid for it too if I can, to help pay off my undergrad student loan debt, graduate student loan debt, future education student loan debt. And you guys can definitely help me do that for free, guys. All you have to do is go and watch some of my full-length YouTube videos. So please, guys, go and do that. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Don't forget